Hey, so if you're a writer, you know how hard it is to make a monster feel, well, truly scary, right? Today, we're going to build a toolkit, a step-by-step guide to take your creatures from just okay to absolutely unforgettable. Oh man, we have all written this exact sentence. The big monster was scary. I mean, it gets the point across, I guess, but it doesn't make you feel anything, does it? There's no weight to it, no real sense of danger. So, that's the real question, isn't it? How do we go from just scary to genuinely terrifying? The kind of description that makes a reader's skin crawl. Well, it all comes down to picking the perfect words to build a very specific kind of fear. And here's our game plan. We're going to tackle this in 5 simple steps. First, we'll confront that blank page. Then we'll nail down the first impression, or the mood. After that, we build the monster's body, zoom in on the scary details, and finally, we bring it to life with action, sound, and a soul.
Okay, first up, the writer's blank page. Every single horrifying creature starts right here. And the real challenge isn't just dreaming up a monster, it's finding the exact words to make your reader feel that chill run down their spine.
All right, on to section 2, impressions and mood. Now, before you even think about fangs or claws or anything like that, you have to start with a feeling. What's the immediate vibe this thing gives off? Seriously, this one decision is going to shape everything that follows. So let's just grab a really powerful word to work with. How about petrifying? See, this isn't just scary. It implies a very specific reaction. Fear so intense it paralyzes you. The kind of fear that literally stops you dead in your tracks. And just look at the massive impact that one word has. All of a sudden, that monster isn't just an obstacle. It's this impossible, terrifying wall of fear. The word petrifying does so much work for us, instantly creating a scene full of dread. And petrifying is just one option. Think about all the other flavors of fear you could create. What if your monster is eerie? That's a quiet, creeping dread. Or what if it's cursed? Suddenly it has a whole backstory of magic and tragedy. Every single word here is like a different doorway into terror. Let's move on to section 3, building the beast's body. So we've picked our mood. Now it's time to give that feeling a physical form. We're taking that abstract vibe and making it something real and solid. We can break this down into 2 super simple layers. First, what does it feel like? What covers its body? Is it scales, slime, fur? And second, how big is it? Its size and shape. These 2 things are going to define its physical presence in the world. I mean, just look at the difference here. A slippery monster is hard to fight because you can't even get a grip on it. It's evasive. But a thorny one? Whoa. Just getting close to that thing is dangerous. The texture itself tells you exactly how it fights. And then there's size, which completely changes the game. A tiny monster could be terrifying because it swarms you, or it's hard to see. An average-sized one is more of a classic one-on-one threat. But a colossal beast? That's not a fight. That's a walking natural disaster that threatens an entire city. Okay, section 4, focusing on the features. We've got the general shape and texture down. Now it's time to zoom in, because the details are what make a monster truly memorable. And what better place to start than the windows to its soul, or, its soulless abyss, the eyes. So what if it has beady eyes? That word doesn't just mean small. It suggests something twitchy and observant, a kind of rat-like cunning. You just know those eyes don't miss a thing, and they're probably looking for something to steal or eat. Now, compare that to piercing eyes. That's a whole different vibe. These are aggressive. They're not just looking at you. They feel like they're looking through you, right into your soul. That's the intense, focused gaze of a predator. Or we could go a totally different way. What about dazzling eyes? Suddenly, the danger isn't physical, it's magical, it's hypnotic. Maybe the real threat is that you get entranced by them and find it's impossible to look away. Now let's talk weapons. Sure, you could just say it has sharp claws, but we can do better. Scraping claws make you imagine that awful sound. Hooked claws tell you that once it grabs on, it's not letting go. And words like merciless or savage, you're not just describing the claws anymore, you're describing the brutal mind behind them. And this table is a perfect example of how details define function. Jagged teeth are made for ripping and tearing flesh apart. But needle-like teeth? Well, those are for a different job entirely, like puncturing tough hide, or maybe even a knight's steel armor. The shape of the tooth tells the story of how it kills. And that brings us to our final section, action, sound, and soul. We've designed the body,
But right now, it's just a statue. We need to breathe life into it. A monster moves, it makes noise, it has intentions. This is where it goes from an object to a character.
You know, sometimes what you hear is way scarier than what you see. A classic roar is one thing, but imagine a deep rumbling that you feel in your bones, or a creepy hissing coming from the shadows all around you. Or maybe the most terrifying thing of all, a soft, unnatural whispering that sounds like it's right inside your head.
And a phrase like this can be more powerful than any physical description. A blood-chilling scream tells you something awful is happening or is about to. It builds terror with sound alone and just lets the reader's imagination do all the terrifying work.
And finally, how does your monster behave? Is it just aggressive, charging blindly? Or is it cunning, setting traps and outsmarting you? A prowling monster stalks its victims, and a wicked one, that's the worst kind. It doesn't just kill for food, it actually enjoys causing pain. Its behavior is its soul.
So let's look at the incredible transformation. We started with the big monster was scary. Now, using all the tools from our kit, we have this. The difference is just immense. We didn't just tell our reader it was scary, we built the scene, piece by piece, and showed them why it was scary.
So there you have it. We've built the whole toolkit, layer by layer, from a simple mood to a physical body, all the way to its very soul. All the building blocks are right here for you. So the only question left is, what unforgettable monster are you going to bring to life?